This is Chapter 5, Section 2, Section 5.4. So we are focusing now on solving business-related word problems. And this is really the goal for solving equations for the whole chapter, is how do we actually solve business scenarios, real-world scenarios, whatever you want to call them. How do we solve actual real problems? And so we're going to do what we've done previously, which is we're going to set up the problem, work on the problem, and check our answer. So they've pulled out 5 steps that they want us to use, which is understand the situation, take inventory, which means identify all the pieces and all the parts, make a plan, solve it, and then check your work. So we're going to take a look at this example. On Tuesday, Double Bubble Car Wash took in $360 less in wash business than in wax business. If the total sales for the day were $920, what were the sales for each service? Okay, so let's take a look at this problem. We want to make note that the total amount is 920, okay, and that the wash business took in 360 less. So those are our key pieces of information. Let's have X be the amount of wax sales, and then we know that whatever was the wax sales less 360, that's the wash. Then we know when we add those up, the total sales, it says, so we're making an equation, the total, an equation is going to be X plus X minus 360 equals 920. From here, we're just going to solve the equation like we've done before. So we'll add 360 to each side. It's going to cancel that out. We're going to be left with X plus X equals 1,280. Then, let me just move my screen down. X plus X is 2X equals 1280. To get X alone, since it's 2 times X, we do the opposite. We divide each side by 2. And then we're left with X equals, excuse me, X equals 640. Now we're not done here. We're going to go back and check our work and make sure that that actually makes sense. So in order to check our work, we are going to move my screen over here to get a bigger screen. We're going to put it back in our original equation, which was X plus X minus 360 equals 920. So 640 plus 640 minus 360, we want to make sure that that equals 920. And if you add it all up, it does. So we are good to go. Now, I want to make sure that we understand what this is actually telling us. X is $640, so X was the amount of money that they made in the wax business that day. So they made $640 in the wax business. And then in the wash, we have to do x minus 360. So in the wash, they made $280 in sales in the wash. Okay, so now I want you guys to, let me just go back here. I want you guys to go to page 135, and I want you to take a minute to do the Try It exercise 11. Don't forget to check your solution, so take a minute and do that now. Okay, so hopefully you did that and figured out how much Don and Chuck sold. And now I want to look at another equation here, which is example 12. It says Dynamic Industries, Inc. spends, that's 1/4 of total revenue on employee payroll expenses. If last week's payroll amounted to $5,000, what was the revenue for the week? So they've set it all up for us just like we did the last one. 1/4 of the revenue, so that's 1/4 times the revenue, is our equals, and the week's payroll was 5,000. So all you have to do there, that one I feel is fairly simple. They got the revenue for the week was 20,000. They checked their work. So pause and do this Try It exercise 12 and see how you do here. It's 1/3 of the checking accounts at the community bank earn interest. If 2,500 accounts are this type, how many total checking accounts does the bank have? So go ahead, pause the video, do this now. Okay, let's look at example 13. United Dynamics Inc. has 25 shareholders. If management decides to split the $80,000 net profit equally among the shareholders, how many will each receive? So split indicates division. Let's take a look at what we've done here. So they have set up a division problem. So P is going to be the profit per shareholder. We have $80,000 and 25 people. Divide that and we get 3,200 per person. Check your work. And we confirm it. So go ahead and try it. Exercise 13. Do that one now. Check your answer on page 149 and then come back. Okay, now that you did the Try It exercise 13, I want you to work through examples 14, 15, and 16. Read them, do the Try It exercises for those, and see how you do. I'm going to include some additional videos on solving equations after this video as well for you to reference, and also just to see more of these problems being solved firsthand.